I thought we went out there in a very business-like manner and did the things that we needed to do. UIC, I told you last night, UIC is a tough team to beat. They serve hard at you. They make you stand out of system. I mean, for the first 2 sets, we were barely passing a 2.0. And, they got in that serving run, that jump serving run that really broke our back in terms of game 2. We tried to come back from it, but we just couldn't do it. They were too far ahead. But I thought we really settled down. You look at us offensively, and we hit 349 with, 2 of the sets well over 400, 2 of the sets pretty close to 300. So we did our job offensively. I thought we certainly did our job blocking and defensively. Serving-wise, I thought we were pretty good. We weren't great, but we were pretty good. We were better than we were against Miami. And on the serve-receive end, we got aced 5 times. That's only 1 a set. If you remember, they all came in bunches, though. I think it was 4 in a row. So, all in all, I mean, we had a pretty good weekend here. We beat some teams that are really good. UIC is going to go on and win 20, 25 matches this year. We hope that Miami and Wilmington does the same thing. It helps everybody's RPI. But this was meant to be a good RPI tournament, and I'm proud of our team for coming out on top.
Coach, you said yesterday that the team wasn't going to hit it for a high percentage against UIC. Then they come out and hit 349. What was the difference in what you were expecting with UIC and what ended up being reality?
My thinking was UIC served so tough that we were going to be out of system a lot. And we were out of system a lot. So I didn't think we would be able to hit for those gaudy numbers. But with that being said, Zumach and Melville really carried us in those first 2 sets because we couldn't get the ball to either middle, and we're having a hard time getting the ball a good clean look for L2, Wilson in this case. So I didn't think we're going to have the ability to go up and hit for big numbers, but the team proved me wrong. We didn't pass great, but we still hit for decent numbers, and then we started passing well, and we hit for some really big numbers. I think in that case, it just becomes, hit the ball harder than they can react to it. And when we were in system, we were pretty deadly.
Coach, what was your mindset after UIC won that second set?
We weren't even fazed by it. It just was like, okay, we're starting the match all over again. It's 1-1. We knew what we had to do. We knew we needed to block better, and we knew we needed to serve better. Because offensively, we knew that once we got into a little more offensive rhythm, we were going to be able to score. So it was really like, we dropped that match, or dropped that set, let's move on to 3 and get back to business again. And there really was no panic. There was, the team normally challenges each other in those situations. They challenge each other to do their job, get in the right spot, do the little discipline things, and they did that. They challenged each other, and we went right back to being who we wanted to be.
You complimented UIC's range last night. How were you able to counteract that today?
I don't know that we did. I think what happened was they would still dig a ball, they'd keep a ball alive, but then we'd come back with a good dig and then get a good power shot on it. So we weren't able to score the first time because they dug it, but we're able to score the second chance. So not a lot of first ball kills, I don't think, but you're going to see a lot of second ball kills in this case. So they were able to stop us the first time, but we were able to overpower them the second time.
So would you say then you out executed them like you said you need to do?
I don't know. I don't think we out executed them. I thought they did pretty nice job. They did, they do what they do well, and that's ball control. And I'll have to look. Yeah, they only got aced 3 times. They got aced less than we did. So, they're going to win by ball control, and they're going to win by taking big rips on the outside. And you saw that. But that also led to us making some blocking adjustments and getting in the right spot and having a really big night blocking. So that's how we tried to counteract them on that. But there were some facets of the game that they actually won. It was pretty much our experience, our size, our velocity is what carried us over the top.
I was talking to Abby about she mentioned you guys were out of system, and how would you say it's a good or a bad thing to play out of system, and how do you approach handling that today?
It's not a good thing because we grade passes on a 0 to 4 scale. 4 is a perfect pass that lands right in the setter's hands. Okay, we were passing a lot of 1s and 2s. Where the setter really had to move and only had one option, had to throw the ball to the back row or only to one person. So we spent most of the match in that. Now the good news is we practice that way. We don't really practice in system because if you're going to get to this level, you should be able to kill the ball in system. We practice almost exclusively out of system. And so it's not good to be out of system, but for us, we're comfortable being out of system. It's that winning ugly. Sometimes you have to take something that's less than ideal and find a way to make it a little bit more ideal and take an educated, assertive management swing.
What would you say is the biggest thing that you and this team have learned over the course of these opening 5 games here?
Well, I think it's the theme keeps recurring about resiliency. The 2 5-set wins, getting challenged today, but still stepping back up again. I mean, we even learned a lot about ourselves in the 3-set wins. The ability to keep the gas down, and then the ability to persevere when a team can really push you. So, I mean, we know a lot more about ourselves than we knew at the beginning of the season, but I think we still got a lot more that we need to learn about ourselves, and we still got a long way to go. So, almost now we're about a 1/6 of the way through the season already, and we still have a ton of growth that we can accomplish.
We've heard from McKenna and Abby and Kari. Who are some other players that through the course of this weekend that you think really did well that might have go a little under the radar?
Chloe was spectacular. Chloe had her best libero weekend. Actually, she had her best libero 5 matches that she has in her entire career. She really has stabilized things. She only got, she didn't get aced at all. Oh yeah, she did get aced once. So anyway, she just really was stable defensively, stable on the serve receive side. I don't think she gets enough publicity for what she does. Amber, again, this is the best 5 matches that Amber's had in her career. You already have talked to Zumak. You've already talked to Hansen. Claudia was just steady. You look at her numbers every night, and we don't ever take it for granted, but it always says, close to 10 kills, 300 to 400 hitting percentage, couple blocks. She goes out there and she does her job. It's just steady and reliable. So I thought that she did a great job, but I thought that Emily Wilson did a good job of coming off the bench and just giving us the firepower that we needed, but more than anything else, giving us the ball control that we needed out of that position. It actually allowed us to save some subs and have them for later should we need them. Because basically the 7, with the exception of Drezzy going in for Kari, was 8. I mean, it was basically we went with the 8 tonight, and that was it because of how things were.
Would you say how much did momentum from the Miami match play a role in helping
None.
tonight?
0. Different team, different situation, different day. You eat different breakfasts. I mean, none. I think a lot of people think that it's like you get on this string and it doesn't work like that. You can't think of it as a string because if you think like when we had won, 17 or 18 in a row, every win becomes another albatross around your neck and an anchor dragging behind you. So unless you forget that and you just take it one at a time, otherwise the anchor gets so heavy to pull. So the wins and the success and all that beforehand, you really got to dump it at the door. And you got to come in and be 0-0, go play your first match.
Awesome.
You're head out on the road to Kansas to start off, but you also have open conference play after that, so you'll be out of the venue for a while. What do you think is the biggest thing you want this team to learn while you're out on this road trip?
That we can do the same thing on the road that we can do at home. We're very capable. Now we're going to find out how we travel. A lot of people are a new team, and how you travel and the discipline in which you travel, how you manage your time, how you study, what you do with the off times, really determines if you win or lose a lot. And some teams don't do that very well. We pride ourselves on doing the road really well. We're either studying, watching film, talking to coaches, getting one-on-one sessions, practicing. Every minute's accounted for when you're on the road. So it's not a vacation by any means. It's every second is accounted for.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you guys.